All right, people, you know the drill. You gotta be on the hush because this week, A Quiet Place 2 has hit the theater, and you already know you better be silent or them creatures is coming for you. So let's get it.
Welcome to the Kaiba
All right, people. So Quiet Place Dose is starring Emily Blunt. You still got your boy John Krasinski is back, and Cillian Murphy, and is directed by John Krasinski. And basically, the premise of this movie is it's following the events of the first movie, and that's all I'm gonna say. It's following the events of the first movie, and the family has to deal with not you already know the creatures that's lurking out there, but they also gotta some other enemies. You know, they gotta watch out for some other people that might not be their friend, so to speak. And that's all I'm gonna say with the premise of the movie. All right, people, you guys know the drill. This movie, you gotta be silent, or these creatures are coming for you and they're gonna kill you. So once again, the suspense, my anxiety was at an all-time high with this movie, people, just like the first one. So they captivated that once again. Because the first movie, people, I went in there thinking like, this movie's going to be okay. It's going to be straight. But for 2018, I think it was 2018. Yeah. Quiet Place, the first one came out in 2018. That was the sleeper for the year, man. Like, that was one of my top movies, I think, for 2018. Because I just went in there with my expectations so low, and the movie, like, exceeded everything. Like, just the simple fact that that was the first movie to capitalize on. There was barely any dialogue. You literally watched the movie with subtitles because there was a lot of sign language. You had to watch the body language of the actors, and you were captivated. Like, I was at the edge of my seat. I had a connection with the characters, and this movie did it again. There was a little bit more. I felt like there was a little bit more talking in this one compared to the first one. I could be wrong. I haven't seen the first one in a while, but they captivated that magic that the first movie did. The first movie to me was lightning in a bottle, something very unique that we never saw before. You know, a movie where there's no dialogue, really. There's sign language, and you gotta be drawn in through their body language and stuff like that. I was at all with the first movie. In the second movie, the action, quote unquote action scenes, the suspense scenes with the creatures once again are on point. You're gonna be biting your nails. There's gonna be a nerve wreck. Like I said, my anxiety is at an all-time high. One, because I'm a parent. Like, just watching this movie and seeing, just like in those situations, like, it's going to be the same thing. Your natural instincts as a parent is going to kick in, whether it's a human. You're going to jump in front of, that bullet for your child, that knife for your child, an animal is attacking, same thing. So we got these alien creatures where it's like, hey, listen, you gonna take me out. You ain't gonna come up in here touching my kids. You gonna have to fight me. And that's one thing I loved about these movies now that we have a second one. And I also like how you kind of see somewhat where the creatures come from. So you get more of an answer where the creatures come from. But yeah, storyline was good. Once again, no complaints with the acting. Your boy Cillian Murphy did a good job because he's one of the new kids on the block in this movie. Your boy Jamin Hansoon is in this movie. Shout out to him. He has like a little cameo in this movie. He doesn't have a lot of screen time, but he still makes his presence known in this movie. And yeah, story, acting, action, suspense, the thriller aspect, everything was on point with this movie. So without too much, I don't want to give nothing away. On the Kaiba scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this movie a solid 8. It is a solid follow-up sequel. All I'm going to say is there's definitely room to do a trilogy. So if they do a trilogy with this and they keep that momentum going, I ain't mad at it. Because this movie for a sequel, and we all know most sequels, not all, Most sequels don't do good. This is a solid follow-up. So even if you think the first movie is better, this is a solid sequel though. Solid. I think as of right now, without me watching the first movie in a while, the first movie as of right now has a slight edge over this one, just because it was one of its kind. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was the first time we seen a movie of that caliber. And I think I just love the first movie because I went there with such low expectations that it exceeded everything, and I just fell in love with the first movie. And I love the second movie. And if they go with a trilogy, because the way the movie ended, I'm not telling you how the movie ended, but the way the movie ended, it is definitely open once again to do a sequel if they wanted to. So if they do a trilogy, I'm not mad at it. So on a Kaiba scale 1 to 10, I'm gonna give this movie a solid 8. It's definitely worth checking out in the theater if it comes out on Blu-ray, because I don't know, the way the state of this world right now, everything might just be digital. They might just get rid of Blu-rays. Everything's just going to be streaming. So whatever. If you got to buy it streaming wise, video on demand is definitely worth buying. This movie is worth the watch. If you have the opportunity to see it in your local theaters, definitely check it out. Definitely check it out on IMAX. And yeah, man, you guys know the drill. If you like what you see, you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button. After doing that, hit the bell button so you get notified every time I upload a video. And please leave a comment at the bottom. Let me know what you thought of A Quiet Place Part 2. And hit the like button, man. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.